Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to the anime review. Today we look at Food Wars 3rd season, episode 9, which I kept saying earlier today was like episode 8, which I apologize. I don't know why I was so far behind with that in my head. So episode 9 was, I want to say, okay. At best, it was okay. You know, we're starting to see this big, startup of all this new stuff with the Shokugeki in general. The Ebonist father is actually trying to make it where the current 10, I want to say 10 elites right now are going to have reserve seats also. So they have to face off against these other people, and those will be the reserve seats, the ones that take over when things need to kind of be in place. But we noticed that the ones that are going against them are very interesting bunch of people. You know, they're very oddballs, to say the least. That's probably the nicest way of putting it. And it's very interesting to see that some of them clearly are not, I want to say, that good of people. Most likely, I want to say that Ebonist's father actually, or Ebonist's father, excuse me, most likely has them in his influence somehow. So it's like almost having his own group of people alongside the current top 10 elites already. And that's a problem in itself. I really think that's going to come back to bite, a lot of the characters in the ass later on. The problem I have with this episode, and also the problem I have with this whole show as of late, and it's not that I dislike Food Wars. I love Food Wars. I think it's like one of my favorite shonens of all time, to be honest with you. It's not the top favorite. I'm not going to say that right now. It's definitely one of my favorites, like top maybe 15 or 20 shonen I've seen. I have issues with the current season because it's starting to do this very formulaic nature, and it happened last season too, and I talked about then, but it wasn't as pronounced, and now this season definitely you're seeing it, where it's every week it's the same thing, where it's a build-up episode, then the next episode's an action-heavy episode, then the next episode's a build-up again, and so on and so forth, that it's become this endless loop of this, where this episode had some action moments in the beginning. We saw that everyone was still fighting against the people that were invading the Polar Star, and Souma had just won, so that kind of, stopped them from doing anything more. But the rest of it was just talk. The rest of it was just them, interacting with one another. And while I like these characters a lot, and I love some of the comedy that comes out from what they say and how they act with each other, it's not enough to really always make me love the episode. There's a lot of times where you almost feel like it's just too talkative, and it's not enough cooking, which is something I loved of the first season. The first season to me had this perfect mixture of cooking, action, comedy, and storytelling. It was all a really nice thing. And then second season had it in the beginning, it had it at certain parts in the middle of the story, but near the end it started flopping. And then season 3 has been a little bit of a mixed ride where it's this formulaic nature. So I will say that I think that Food Wars is definitely kind of taking a nosedive for me a little bit in terms of how much I love it. And I feel bad saying that, and I hope people are, I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of people who hear that and right away flip out on me and probably start disliking the video right away, which it's bound to happen because I know there's a lot of people who love Food Wars. But if you're one of those people that feels like that, kind of agree with me. Like, would you actually tell me in the comments below, see if you agree, only if you agree. If you're not, if you're someone that disagrees, feel free to tell me why. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to fly off at you and get pissed off at you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I just don't like it as much as I loved the first season, and the second season even was a little bit better right now than the third season was. But we'll see what happens. This show in general has a way of doing things that sometimes pulls you back from what it could be a normal show, and then kind of goes back into this really awesome thing. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, brilliant day, everyone. God bless you all. Also, I wanted to make this quick announcement, which I was going to do with the last video, but I just realized it when my friend told me about it. So there's a show right now airing that's actually from 2 movies I reviewed, which was the Honeyworks animes. I don't know if you guys ever heard about those, but they were pretty cool movies. They were romance-oriented movies. There's a TV series now based off of those movies that actually takes place with different characters in the same world. So you see some of the old people from the movies show up. I do plan on reviewing that, but I'm going to do a full series review. I'm not going to do an episodic review. So I will be watching it Fridays, but I'm going to be watching on my own time. And then when the whole series ends on the last day of Friday, I will actually review the whole thing as of then. So hopefully you guys understand that, but just because I have too many shows already that I'm watching and reviewing right now, so I don't want to really push myself any further than I am already. So hopefully you guys like that though, and that will be coming out when it's obviously all done, which should be in several weeks. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a brilliant, blessed day, everyone. Like I said before, maybe I didn't say it this time. God bless you all. Bye-bye, everyone.